Shikari here. Now, we're all big fans of Greek mythology, right? I mean, it's fun, it's creative, the gods are hot, they're powerful, they're horny, they like to eat babies. They're just like us. But Blood of Zeus is kind of meh, to be honest. So Blood of Zeus is this new Netflix original show that takes place in ancient Greece and follows Heron, the bastard child of Zeus, one of many. You know how Zeus likes to get down. He's a bit of a lady killer, a Don Juan, if you will. But real talk, man's a creep. He pretends to be other people's husbands to sleep with their wives. You're a god. What are you doing? Greek women would throw their loincloths at you anyways. I don't know when they invented underwear. Doesn't matter. Heron doesn't know it yet, but he's chosen to save the earth and the heavens from complete takeover by giants and demons. The opening scene follows this woman and her men as they hunt down a couple of demons. They end up losing them as they jump off a cliff and into the woods and then head toward a nearby village. After this stupidly long title page, then the credits start, and then the show begins. It's at this point we are introduced to the main man himself, Heron. I don't know his last name, bastard child. He's a sexy ore digger. He's got dreamy blue eyes. Even the way he wears his poor man's shirts is alluring. Heron receives only 2 coins for a hard day's work. Turns out, not many people in the village really like him all too well, especially this man. And can you blame them? Never being able to afford pants never looked so good. Now at the market with his mom, this is when the woman from before returns again on horseback, and she explains that, hey, we've been hunting down some demons and they might be in here. Have you seen anything weird? Keep your eyes open. Heron finds this old drunk man instead who's hurt himself. Now, this scene doesn't really make sense once you know who this man is and what he can do. I still don't really understand why they did it. Even if he did it on purpose, it still makes no sense. All the same, good guy Heron tries to help out. He goes to a nearby fountain to get some water when he glimpses a gorgeous figure in the water. She's unconscious. She's beautiful. Her hair spreads through the water like silk as she waits for Prince Charming to psych. She's dead. It's gross. Her organs are falling out of her like a badly stuffed bear. Yet, there's no blood in the actual water. So confusing. One of the demons is behind Heron then and tries to drown him. Now what the demon doesn't know is Heron grew up in the ghetto. Okay, he's got no shoes. He's barely got a shirt. He don't care if he don't get service. He's not afraid to cut a man demon thing if necessary. Now what Heron doesn't know is he can't fight for shit, so this happens. And just before the show comes to a dramatic end, the horse girl comes back and saves him. Go horse girl! And then they fight. She's a dual wielder powerhouse and she does a good job until she doesn't anymore and Heron comes to save her. The demon runs away because he's a bitch and the woman chases after him, but she loses him again. And the search is back on. Back at the market with what can only be described as so much non-urgency, I had to make sure I wasn't watching this in reverse. But with ease, the woman finds the demon hiding among the people and knocks him out before he can fight back. The soldiers bring the man-demon thing before the entire village to prove to them that demons are among them. And to make sure all the village kids have nightmares and grow up dysfunctional, she cuts off its head in front of everybody. Now remember, there were 2 demons, right? Yeah, that little pussy was hiding as his friend died like a dog. Like a hellhound dog thing. Some friend he turned out to be. Anyways, here he is, running away. Finally safely back home, the old man tells the tale of who the demons are and where they come from. To sum it up, gods defeat titans. Titans unleash giants before dying. Giants die, but then unleash demons after they die. You got that? Good.
Why would the gods allow this?
Because adversity is what makes man great. We'd be weak and useless if the gods were always swooping in and solving our problems.
Didn't y'all create the problem though? I feel like a little bit of swooping is necessary. Just this one time, we got it after that.
I almost forgot. Please, accept this as a small token of my appreciation. But it comes with one condition. You make us your wonderful stew.
Yo, bro, who do you think you are? Zeus? So there's this ominous cloud that hangs over the village, okay? And this cloud appears one day on the same day Heron and his mother came to the village. Coincidence? I think not. But scared, some of the village people, all of the men, by the way, like the most manly ones, the manliest ones with the biggest dicks, those kinds of men, they come to burn this poor old lady to test if she's a demon. Heron tries to protect her, but forgets he can't fight for shit, so she ends up testing herself to save him instead.
Rough day. I would have helped, but there were only 10 of them.
Yo, going back through this, what a prick! After this, the old man sends Heron to collect special ore in order to make him a sword fit for a hero. Now, when I started this series, I wasn't expecting, 21st century doctorate knowledge on the organic construction of the female womb.
You're starting to crown. That's it. That's it. One more. Come on. Yes.
You'll be a lion.
Another child. Another boy, my lord. There are 2 placentas, my lord.
And that means?
There are 2 fathers.
And I was right, because no, does not mean that at all. I don't even know if that's even possible. Maybe. Mother Nature's weird. But you're wrong. You're right in this case, but you're wrong in reality. During the flashback, we see the king try to kill baby Heron, but failing thanks to this eagle. Heron wakes up sweating, dreaming of your own birth, and then the near death can be a lot for a baby. But then he finds the ore he was looking for, because there really wasn't anywhere for it to hide. He gives them to the old man, and the old man makes him a sword like no other. It's during the sword making moment Heron confronts his mother, who tells him everything. Like, I mean everything. Like, maybe she should have left some stuff out of it. The stuff about her life as a queen, how she falls in love with a god, Heron's half-brother, and the old man is Zeus. Remember what I said? How much he could have helped? How him getting his leg broken makes no sense? Yeah. Anyways, he's a prick, but even all of that is all good for her to tell him. She tells him how Zeus stepped in to save her and his mother, but also how Zeus blew up these 2 guys over here just doing their job. How Zeus banged her with her husband's face without asking for consent. Your dad's a creep. And I don't know why more men are coming. First the eagle becomes a man, then the men start shooting lightning at people. Call it a day, bro. The king's dead. You're not getting paid. You're probably gonna get beheaded. You let the king die. Anyway, Zeus takes Heron and his mother and leaves the other boy behind, thinking he'd be better off there. And he was right. Psych. Now, much like the other 6 or 7 times Zeus cheated on Hera, she finds out, pissed. I don't know why. Did you really think he learned his lesson after the 4th time? Anyways, Hera starts to make some moves to take revenge on Zeus for betraying her. It's at this point the gods are doing whatever the hell bored gods do, and Zeus shows up.
What did you tell your mother? You're the only one who knew where I was.
Zeus plays the victim card when honestly it's all his fault. I think like every single thing that happens in this show is Zeus's fault. I even want to go as far as to say the giants and the titans also his fault. Maybe not the titan part, but everything else, borderline is your fault, bro. Completely brushing aside Hera's feelings, Zeus and Hera try to talk it out.
Hera, please.
I've always stayed true to you. Yet you embarrass me again and again.
Oh, calm down.
Now, if you can't guess, Hera goes crazy and pretty much tries to kill everybody, including Zeus. Now, this show, it doesn't have that much of a complicated plot, to be honest with you, and the characters are kind of how the characters are. You expect them to be a certain way, and they're kind of that way. Not necessarily a bad thing, but nothing riveting or new there. Needless to say, their talk doesn't go well, and Hera plans to kill everybody. Back on Earth, these two find each other. They're also being chased by a Cerberus. They do a pretty good job of taking out one of its heads, but more demons show up and the whole village is attacked. Some of the gods turn on Zeus and side with Hera. Heron's mom gets caught along with some of the other villagers by the demons, and Heron has to watch his mom die. All jokes aside, the show was not terrible. Nothing grandioso. I guess if you're younger and you haven't seen too much Greek mythology stories in like animation or movie wise, maybe this is a little bit more interesting, but I've seen a fair amount myself. And at this point, this story, first of all, isn't a real story. I couldn't find anything on it in mythology. So I think this is completely made up by Netflix or whoever is writing it. So that being said, I guess there's really not much going. They have free reign to do whatever they want with it, but it's sort of simplistic, I would say. And maybe that's kind of how they're starting it out. I think there's going to be a season 2. At least it leaves itself open to a second season. So maybe things will get a little bit more interesting. I'll probably give the second season a look, but if it's much like the first season, again, not bad, but nothing crazy new. The action is so-so. It would be cool if I was watching like a animated version of God of War. That would be freaking awesome. Freaking awesome. That would be awesome. But anyways, that's just kind of how I seen the show. If it's interesting to you, go check it out. The cops are here. They're trying to get me. I gotta go. End card.
Well, Kelly, looks like we just about threw away every perp in this city.
Yep. Robbery, murder, tax fraud. Tax fraud while murdering.
Yep, good. Oh, looks like we missed one. Who do we have here?
Oh yeah, No Subs McGee. He's one on several felony accounts of watching videos and not liking, not commenting, and not subscribing.
Not turning notifications or checking out the links below. By God.
Let's book him.